What's up, YouTube? It's your boy TPGTCG back at it again with another Riftbound video. Today, we are going to be talking about everything that I think needs to change in Riftbound in order for it to succeed. There was even an article that we are going to go over. Let's get right into it. But first, before we get into today's video, we have to hop into today's video sponsor, and that is Into the AM. I got this awesome jacket from Into the AM. It was very, very nice. It's become my main winter jacket. It's so warm on the inside. They also make incredible quarter zips that I got, as well as graphic tees, pants, underwear, anything you could want, any sort of fashion you could want, Into the AM has. And today we have a special deal brought to you by Into the AM. You can use code TPG at checkout for 10% off, as well as to help directly support me and the channel. Into the AM has some amazing products, and you definitely should go check it out. Let's hop right back into the video. All right, so we are going to talk about the article that dropped while I was gone from Riftbound. It is an article about the launch learnings from Origins. I'm also going to touch on things. I'm going to go through the article first, and then I'm going to touch on some things that I experienced that I think needs to change moving forward. I do plan on making another video that's sort of like a sequel to this about things that I think need to be done in Spiritforge, and I'll probably talk a little bit about that in this video. But I do want to state right away, I do not hate Riftbound or anything like that. I think this could be, seeing this video could definitely make people think that, but I want this game to succeed. I want this game to do better. I love League of Legends. I want this IP to do good, and I want to be there when Riftbound does do good, okay? So I do not want anyone to think I'm hating or I want Riftbound to do bad. I just really think it's my duty as a consumer, as well as my duty as a consumer with a voice as a content creator, to talk about things that need to improve in Riftbound in order for this game to be incredible, to be that next big game, to be that next One Piece, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, Pokemon, Digimon, whatever it is. I think it is the duty of all people who are consumers to say what they want done with what they are consuming. So that being said, let's hop right into it. Let's talk about it a little bit here. Okay, so this is the article. We're going to go through this first, and then I'll sort of give my thoughts, as well as touch on some points that I think Riftbound is very weak in, and things that I don't think will be improved by the time Spiritforge comes around. And then I do plan on making a video relatively soon about things that I think needs to happen after Spiritforge comes out, because I think at this point Spiritforge is too deep into the workings to be have anything really changed about it. But I think for the success of this game, we just need that. So let's hop right into it. So this is an article about Riftbound's launch learnings. This was from 11/10. It is currently, at the time of recording, 11/20. I was really sick, and then I was gone for the Las Vegas Pokemon Regionals. And then I also have had some pretty insane things going on in my personal life right now. So I bookmarked this article, and I planned on making the video when it came out, and I couldn't, so it is a little dated, but I think it's still very important that people hear these things, okay? Okay, so, Riftbound's launched in 2 languages. We know that's English and Chinese. They're working hard for the second set, Spiritforge, which we've talked about a little bit, along with regional rollouts and expanding into more languages. So what's next? From the start of the game's development, remember Project K days? I do remember Project K, when Max first slid into my DMs, and I was like, I don't care. Now I care. Your feedback has been crucial to the Riftbound team. You've helped shape Riftbound. Those cards, if you guys have seen those original cards, were so ugly. Like, I just can't even get over that. We saw feedback and we addressed them right away. Rare redemption. We've confirmed that there's a small percentage of individual packs are missing a rare at the booster box level. Rarity distribution is not impacted. We want every pack you open to feel with at least 2 rares or better in each pack. We're working alongside UVS to help impacted players receive a replacement card, rare or better. So this actually happened to me. I wish I had recorded my case opening, but my the camera I used for the card view wasn't working. But we opened a case, and we had a couple of I think we had, the case was 6 boxes. I think we had 2 boxes where there was a couple packs in each box that was like missing a rare, but it had like an extra foil or like an extra common. So it is, happening to, I'd say, a small percent of players. Like I said, I bought a case, and I want to say it happened in 1 or 2 boxes, where there was a couple packs where they were just a little messed up. But I did get this right amount of epics, I believe. I was like a couple rares short, which was weird. So, I bought a case, which is 6 boxes. If it happened to me in 2 boxes, that's like a third of players who are this has happened to. which is not a insignificant amount, but I also could have just had a weird case as well. Like I said, small sample size, but I have a friend who got 2 cases and he said he didn't have any problems with it. So yeah, but they don't really say what to do if you've had this problem, unless I missed it. Oh wait, there's more. If you're missing a rare card, submit an inquiry via this form. After review, we'll follow up if you qualify for a replacement card. Replacement cards are expected to ship before the end of the year, but timeline may vary. Limit 3 per person, 6 per household. Okay, yeah, so if you do have that problem, you can use this link here. So I will have to fill that out at some point. I do wonder if it requires video proof. Handwritten. Provide a picture with all the following. Open right. Yeah, unfortunately, I did already sort of throw my stuff away, so it is what it is. I do unfortunately not have that. I wish I'd kept that video. Maybe I could upload that here. But if you do have this, definitely go and fill that out and get your cards. You know, especially with rares being the way they are, you know, 1,000 tails and whatnot just being so expensive. Okay, so cutting card edges. This has been a big problem. I don't have it over here, but I have 2 dazzling auroras. One of them pretty nice. The other one literally has a white flap hanging off the top where it was cut so poorly, and that was crazy. My signed card, luckily, I did pull a signature Timo. I did sell it already. It was pretty pristine. It had no flaws in it that I could tell. I'm not really a big grader. I buy graded cards, but I don't really grade cards myself. It was, you know, no whiting on the edges, no bent corners, nothing like that. So that was I was pretty happy with. But there's a lot of cards that have cutting issues, and just, I bet if I grab a random card right now, yeah, if I grab a random card right now, there's whiting on the top and along the sides, and just overall the card quality is not what it needs to be, and I'm sure this is just what we're talking about. Because we picked a premium thick paper stock, the paper caused more wear than we had anticipated on the facility's cutting tools. This means a low percentage of cards have rough edges than they should. However, the showcase cards, including alt arts and over numbers, are not impacted. We've made changes to the cutting process and mitigated the issue for Spirit Force. I did notice it only happened on low rarity cards. In terms of base rarity, I did not have an alt art or a signature over number that was messed up. Like I said, the worst thing that happened is the dazzling aurora I have. One of them literally just has a white flap off the top, which is like, it's like not significant either. It's pretty big. So you know, I think we could do better there for sure. If you received a card that's severely damaged or completely unusable from the production process, here's how you can request a replacement with a picture of the card in the package it came in with the barcode visible. Conditions apply for any card replacements. Requests may vary by region. So if you have a card that's messed up, you can ask for a replacement. I might do that for my dazzling aurora. I tried to sort of like clean it up a little bit, but it's still pretty bad. Shipping delays. Some players are waiting on Riftbound Origins pre-orders. This is from Riftbound from Riot directly. I also had a shipping delay. The stuff I pre-ordered from GameStop took forever to get here. But I did get it, and I think eventually you are all going to get your pre-orders. It's just going to take a while. Again, they say closer to launch of future sets, we'll make sure players get their pre-orders, which is important. More Riftbound to even more players. We want everyone who wants to play Riftbound to be able to get their hands on the game and be able to play. We hoped Riftbound would be popular, but the excitement and demand greatly surpassed our wildest expectations. Missed the mark on demand, and we know availability is making it harder for players to get everything they want, especially at MSRP. It's a good thing they are saying that, because getting this product at MSRP is very, very tough right now. Like, I consider I got a good deal on a case, and I paid $900 for my case. And I paid about $150 a box, which is $30 more than MSRP per box. When cases are supposed to be at a slightly discounted rate since you're buying in bulk. So, you know, that's not great. Hopefully that gets fixed in the future. I think Spirit Forge is probably too deep in the pipeline to be fixed at this rate without some sort of rush job. But that being said, it is good that they are trying to make sure we are able to get product at MSRP. We have a couple fixes on the horizon around supply, including more Riftbound Origins products arriving to local game stores between now and the end of the year. We'll continue to keep an eye out to ensure Riftbound Origins is available to players at a reasonable price. The exact timing of the product arriving may vary by region, but we hope the additional supply and potential additional reprints help level the market out. We see this with rares, right? Rares and then a handful of epics are just an absurd price. There's a desire to access Proving Ground cards. In support of the launch of Spirit Forge, we will be adding many of the Proving Ground cards, including Legends, Champions, and Signatures, into promo packs available at Nexus Night that will allow more players to access them. These packs contain foil versions of the cards which aren't currently available in Proving Grounds. In the long term, we're exploring ways to incentivize partners and provide them rewards for engaging in player-first behavior, including reasonable pricing. This program may take a bit longer to roll out, but we hope it's a step in the right direction to align what's best for stores and players. This is big. Okay, I know I rambled there without sort of giving my thoughts as much, but this part is big, okay? I would say like half of the Proving Grounds is meta viable, right? Like I think Yi and Annie are both meta viable decks. Obviously Yi is. Getting foil versions of the not only Legends but also the Champions would just be incredible. Additionally, you know, Lux is one of my favorite decks I'm currently playing right now, and having foil versions of those will be nice, but it is also pretty insane. I was able to pre-order run Proving Grounds for MSRP, but then it's like, okay, there's a handful of cards in Proving Grounds that come as 2 copies of, and I haven't needed a third yet, but I'm worried that I might in the future. I like to try and keep a place of everything base rarity in case I want to play a deck, and then when I play a deck, if I really like it, I try and max rarity it, right? That's what I've done with Ari. That's what I'm currently trying to do with Lux, but there's not much to max rarity in Lux because the deck's mostly common. So very exciting to see that, and then also again just making sure that players are able to get their hands on these very powerful cards is very good. So wrapping it all up, we're not done yet with improvements, and we'll continue to listen to feedback and share what we worked and didn't work. Riftbound and the growing community around the game would not have been possible without Riftbounders like you sharing your excitement, but also feedback as well. We want to thank you all so much for the support by showing up to launch events, sharing your epic decks, and showcasing your lucky pulls. We're truly humbled by all the incredibly early support from players around the world as we work towards a shared goal of making Riftbound the best physical card game experience it can be. Thank you for being a Riftbounder, and good luck, have fun. Okay, cool. So this article touched on a lot that I wanted to talk about. And to sum it all up, they're basically just going to be making the best changes they can with Riftbound. I think Riftbound overall is going to keep growing, and I think that's what they say here is, right? We're going to improve the card quality. We're going to improve, you know, what you're seeing, what you're doing, all of that. They do talk a lot about Spirit Forged in here. There's a couple things I want to mention about what needs to be done with Spirit Forged, but I also don't want to make this a 20-30 minute long video. So I think I will make a follow-up video to this about things that need to change in Spirit Forged in order to make Riftbound better. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. Again, check this article out, especially if you've had damaged cards or messed up product. You can get that taken care of. Again, sorry about that break. I didn't mean to take as long of a break as it did. I knew it was going to be taking a couple days for the Las Vegas Regional Championship for Pokemon. However, you know, just with some stuff going on, I was not able to make videos. But I'm back. We're going to be making more videos. And yeah, stay tuned for that, all right? Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Comment down below what you think needs to change for Riftbound to do even better than it already is. And I don't want to get it twisted. I really, really love Riftbound. I really enjoy it. So please don't think that I'm grifting or I hate Riftbound, because I really enjoy Riftbound. Also, again, shout out to our sponsor, Into the AM. They made this amazing jacket that I've been wearing in this video. You can use code TPG10 in the link down in the description and pinned comment below to save yourself 10% on any clothing at Into the AM, as well as help directly support me in the channel. That being said, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.